Dear students, in the last classes, we discussed about laws of motion and three laws we discussed, and after that we discussed about linear momentum and conservation of linear momentum, and based on conservation of linear momentum, we solved some numericals, right? So if you have any doubt, if you want to revise, you please go through my videos and you please check. Nearly 5 videos are there. So you please go through line by line, point wise to point wise, part 1, part 2, like that it is there. So I explain clearly. So still if you have any doubt, you please refer that videos. Now in this session, we are going to discuss about important points. 2 points we are going to discuss. The first point is FBD. First point is FBD. What is the first point? FBD. FBD means free body diagram. What is FBD? FBD means free body diagram. Generally, what is the meaning of FBD and where we will use? First of all, we have to understand, right? Where we will use. So, for example, in any system, 2-3 bodies are given, or 2-3 masses are given. 2-3 masses are given. So, in order to find out the force acting on a single mass, we will use this concept, which is FBD, free body diagram. Generally, free body diagram means we have to separate the body from the system. What is the free body diagram? It means we have to separate body from the system Here we have to separate body from the system, and we have to identify the number of forces acting on the system, and we have to identify number of forces acting on the system or on the body, not the system, actually it is a body. Why? Because the body is separating from the system. So on this body we have to check how many forces are there. And we have to write force equation. That is F net is equal to mass into acceleration. F net is equal to mass into acceleration. Clear? Generally, free body diagram means we have to separate the body from the system, and after that we have to identify how many forces are acting on the body. So based on the directions of the forces acting on the body, we have to write force equation. The force equation is F net is equal to mass into acceleration. F net is nothing but the total force acting on the body. Clear? So generally I will try to explain with small example. So here, for example, here we will see one rope is there. With the rope, for example, a body is suspended of mass m. Now it is stable, it is not moving. It is stable, it is not moving. So I want to draw the FBD. What is the meaning of FBD? I have to separate the body from the system. So I separated. I wrote here. This is the body. Clear? So now one force will be downward, mg, which is gravitational force. Force mg is downward. Clear? And the rope is holding, right? Rope is holding. That force will be here. I will give the name. Some names are there. I will explain. One is why? Because it is stable. If it is stable, it means downward energy is acting. Absolutely, in order to hold this body, so rope has to apply some force. That force I will write F is equal to mg. So here total net force acting on the body is 0. That's why acceleration is 0. Acceleration is 0. Why? Because this body is not moving, it is not accelerating. One upward force, second one is downward force, and body is stable. When it will be stable? When it will be stable? When upward force and downward force are remain same, then it will be stable. That's why in this situation I wrote F is equal to mg root. Clear? Clear? Please make a note. See, after FBD, we'll try to understand types of forces. Types of forces. Types of forces. Generally, up to 8th, 9th, 10th point of view, whether you people or you are in CBSE or you are in Techno or Olympiad, any foundation classes, generally forces are classified into two. Forces are classified into two based on laws of motion. I'm explaining, right? Based on laws of motion, forces are classified into two. One is contact forces. Second is non-contact forces. First one is contact. Second one is not non-contact. First one is contact. Second one is non-contact force. In contact force, first one is normal force, and second one is tension force. Up to the foundation point of view, we will discuss only these two. One is normal force and second is tension force. If you want to discuss further, again spring forces are there, and these forces we will discuss in higher classes. But according to your syllabus point of view, so here two types of forces we are going to discuss. One is normal force and second is tension force. And here non-contact force. Non-contact force generally it is gravitational force. Gravitational force. And one more, if you want to say electrostatic force. Electrostatic force. And if you want to say nuclear forces are there. Nuclear forces. These are coming in higher standards. And here in this chapter, what we are going to discuss is we are going to deal with only contact forces. Only contact forces. Contact force is generally normal force and second one is tension force. Normal force and tension force. Again, one more force is there. If it is possible, we will try to discuss. That is frictional force. Frictional force. Frictional force. Clear? I hope you understood, right? First one, what we discussed about FBD, free body diagram, and second is types of forces. In the types of forces, we are going to deal with only contact forces. One is normal, second is tension, third one is friction. These three we will discuss in next class. I hope you understood, right? Thank you.